ref- um, uh, respond to outside environmental pollution, or maybe even through food, through maybe our diet, maybe airborne pollution, maybe seasonal issues that people have that can affect immune system. And when there's bacterial or fungal infections, that can affect the immune system as well. And that's really important for our well-being, because the immune system supports the whole body, you know.
हाँ
So
जी.
when there is any issue to do with a change of weather, that can also affect the immune system. Change of now the next 3 days, there's going to be very high airborne pollution of pollen count, and that will affect people a lot. And they've already warned that it's very high UV, so people need to protect themselves. But this does not just, it sometimes it's hereditary, Preet. Otherwise, sometimes it is just your body cannot cope. There's a very classic one where I actually instructed my patients not to use very high dangerous chemicals
हाँ जी.
in the bathrooms.
Hmm.
When they do, their children respond to asthmatic symptoms,
Oh
you know.
yes, side
So
effects,
yeah,
strong
so
chemicals there.
sometimes these fumes from these products can really affect their immune system. So we
Hmm.
got to be mindful of how we, what products we use, and whether we really need to use them for the safety of our children and ourselves and our well-being.
Hmm.
And now you probably know, because of this pandemic uh, uh, wave in the world, immune system is one of the most spoken
Hmm.
subjects right now.
Yes,
I
yeah.
don't want to particularly focus on that, because people are getting very wrong, misconstrued information.
Mm-hmm.
So until they don't come to me, we don't give just
Information, yeah.
dry garlic, ginger, onion. It
Hmm.
doesn't work like that. When something is bacterial, then the immune system sometimes does cannot cope with, unless it's given some sort of antidote or an antibiotic,
हाँ जी.
yeah. So the immune system can also be affected during winters and flu seasonal changes. So right now we are having a seasonal change of summer coming in, and a lot of other wrong products will be consumed throughout this season, which will affect people's immune
हाँ जी.
system. And that could be a lot of dairy, a lot of sugar, and we'll talk
Ice
about
cream,
that.
all these things, the summer month.
Yes. And all those things build up mucus if your body cannot break up, and if the lactulose sugar, which is in the milk, cannot break down further, then you will end up with having a poor immune system. है ना?
Hmm.
Or come September, your immune system will be crushed. है ना?
Yes,
And the
definitely.
first change in weather, you are going to be affected by it. है ना? So that becomes paramount of great importance to look at. And the immune system has got many biological structures to process and protect the human body against disease. It's amazing defense. It's like your white soldiers, which are your white cells, and you got your red cells, then you got your plasma, and you've got your fighter cells. All these cells actually help to support our immune system.
जी बिल्कुल.
And when they see some sort of infection in the blood, different cells go and attack that infection. But if they can't, we'll keep away from very technical words, because just to keep it in more simple terms, then the body will react. So immune system detects variety. It attacks pathogens, it attacks bacteria, it can actually detect parasites or worms in the system, fungus, and so many ranges of bacteria. There's not just one kind of bacteria. And that, when it's detected in the human tissue or in the bloodstream, then there is some sort of initiate immune system, then there's an adaptive immune system, and then there is a humoral immunity that your body can be affected with. And the cells can then drop down in count to
Mm-hmm.
bring your immune system down. And that's when your body will react. So sometimes it can take 3 to 7 to 15 days before it gets fully
Recovered.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, fully, before the symptoms come up.
Okay,
So you
okay.
might just get some sort of nasally flu, or you might think it's just hay fever, or other ways you might think it's flu. And
क्योंकि
don't
symptoms very similar हो
don't
सकते हैं जी.
don't neglect it if you have diabetes or some sort of other conditions where your immune system is impaired. Then you must address it quickly and get to your GP, or take some sort of Ayurveda advice. I'm a practitioner in Ayurveda medicine.
Okay.
So I do homeopathy, I do Ayurveda, we do colon hydrotherapy in the clinic, and we also are doing the Trilite treatment, which is very good for sinuses and blockages, or acne, or fungal conditions, bacterial conditions, and also helps with any areas if you have got infections of pus or
Oh my God.
fistulas. So that Trilite treatment is really, really good. I've had amazing treatments where we've helped people from avoiding amputation, where both his feet were going to be amputated, and it was only through the contact I had. She was my old patient, that we managed to save him. In 2.5 days, there was a turnaround.
Oh,
And 10 days later, he walked back into Wrexham Hospital without having them to list him back into theatre for amputating both his feet, because the infection was deep to the bone now. And so I really
ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੀਰੀਅਸ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਚੋਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਐਸ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਮੈਂਟ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਸੀਰੀਅਸ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਚੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ recovery hogi, and very quick.
Very quick. That's right. But it was dedicated. There were 3 treatments. He was having 2 hourly, 2.5 hourly, 3 times a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that was,
it was literally. You need to be dedicated, and you need to be like, fully take your treatment, whatever is guideline.
Yeah. So even now, some people will listen hearsay and say, okay, I want to lose weight, Hana. But this is not a issue of having a carrot or a mulli or a celery stick to get rid of weight. And these things didn't happen overnight. So it's always done. And some people will come for joints or issues with their muscles, but they're there for a long time. So don't play with time, and don't give it a chance to where your life gets so impaired and you feel down, Hana. So pathogens can really affect the bloodstream, and sometimes they adapt in such a way that they are not detected in the bloodstream, Hana. Multiple defense mechanisms in the body can be recognized, or they should recognize and neutralize those pathogens. That's the amazing thing, that the body, when it sees something, it goes and attacks it to zero it, Hana. But sometimes when it's been overwhelmed with your diet, your lifestyle, your mindset, your stress levels, your work, or pollution from travel and petrol and train journey or cycling, that can affect your immunity from not boosting up.
Environmental effect we ਤੁਹਾਡੀ body ਤੇ mind ਨੂੰ affect ਕਰਦਾ very badly.
Yes. So these cells, which are the pathogens, will protect our blood, and the infection from flus and colds. Now they're giving vaccines. Some people can fight the battle themselves, but that doesn't fully protect you. But still, it is advised that if you are having these conditions, then you need to look at some other ways. But what we work is all through the natural herbs and lifestyle and diet, Hana. So even disorders of immune system can affect your autoimmune conditions. So that means you can end up having arthritis or rheumatoid conditions if your body is too damp, because the body is born in a perfect balance, and those pH levels of the blood, the urine, the saliva, our skin, and the stomach are so beautifully balanced when the baby is born. And it's after we have been subjected to foreign foods or foods which our body reacts to, that our immune system can crash out. And especially with these conditions right now in the summer, children are going to be or have consumed so much sugar during these 3 months at home, and a lot of people have lived working from home but also living in their fridges.
I know. When you don't have anything, you just run back to fridge and get something from them.
So cancers can be affected if the immune system is down, or immunodeficiency will occur if the immune system is less active, and reoccurrence can happen, like the infections like Ebola.
Right.
and now we are worried about this wave, and dengue fever back home in India as well, or malaria in Kenya,
Oh
or cholera.
yeah.
These things are still existent, and the immune system can also be affected if one has HIV or some sort of AIDS condition, where you require to be under some constrained drugs, and avoid cross contamination with needles.
Mm-hmm.
So HIV for some people can be dormant or active, huh? But we work with all sorts of immune system programs, right? If you've got mucus which is yellow, sometimes it could be green, sometimes it could be white and frothy, sometimes a rattly cough. Like I worked with the 72-year-old senior lady up north, and she was rattling with cough so much,
Oh my God.
and only respond. She's inspired me to do today's program. So we posted her 2 months products,
Mm-hmm.
1 month first just to see how she settles down, and the second month, and she's got a completely clear chest. But prior to that, she was suffering 5 years up and
Oh
down
my
into
God.
hospital. Yeah. And I was saying to her, Auntie, you don't need to go to the hospital. She said, no, just a quick checkup. I said, don't waste your time. If your doctor has just said you're fine now, so
Yeah, of
cancel your
course. Yeah,
appointment.
confirm. Doctor ने already confirm
Yeah.
करता है, then you don't need to.
But I think Auntie needs a day out in the hospital.
हाँ, is it just excuse to go to hospital?
I-
And ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ question ਹੈ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਜੀ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ mucus ਦੇ ਕਲਰ ਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ, different ਕਲਰ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ mucus ਦਾ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪੇਲ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ
yeah.
ਜਾਂ blue ਜਾਂ ਕੁਛ ਏਦਾਂ
No,
ਕਰਕੇ
no, never
ਕਲਰਸ ਜੇ
blue.
ਕੁਝ
It's
ਨਹੀਂ
green, yellow, or
green
white.
ਹਾਂ ਕੁਛ
It's
ਏਦਾਂ.
never blue, or it can have strands of red if there's infection deep in the lungs.
ਓਕੇ ਸੋ ਜੇ ਕਲਰ ਇਦਾਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ, ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ
Yeah.
ਸਕਦੀ
So
ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ
if you're,
ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ?
some people may be having right now these kind of symptoms because they have hay fever. So they are having very rattly cough, and they are throwing out mucus from the lungs.
Okay.
So it could be white and frothy, which means it's there, but the pH levels are disturbed. So you're more acidic than alkaline. If it
Okay.
becomes white, that means the lungs are getting a little bit infected. And when it becomes yellow and green, that's when the congestion is very deep now. And that needs quick attention. And probably, we've got expectorant cough, we've got dry cough, we've got immune support drops. Even now, for this pandemic wave, we've got amazing immune system drops as well now, to keep even just half a teaspoon to keep your immune system boosted. But when it gets to that stage, then you shouldn't ignore it, because that can get deeper into your lungs, and it'll
Yes,
be
yes.
harder to excrete, and then one might end up having a nebulizer or an inhaler. And it looks like it's very normal for children to use inhalers, to be just running around the playing field, and as they get breathless, they just inhale, and the inhaler pump,
Hanji.
and they carry on running again. But don't forget, they've dispersed quite a bit of that, the steroid in that, the
Hanji.
powder, because they haven't inhaled it properly. So in my clinic for consultations, we have started doing one-to-one as well, or over the phone as well, or Zoom call, or we also do a WhatsApp consultation. So the clinic number is 079 886 37295. I repeat, it's 079 886 37295. And immune system can make you feel very tired, lethargic, your iron levels can run low, or you may be wanting a lot more sleep, or you're craving. And immune system can also be affected through hyperactivity. If you're very hyper and you have a lot of adrenaline, or you're very worried, or your sleep is poor, that can affect your immune system. And the tissues in the body, when they see something foreign, they can't fight back.
Yes.
The common autoimmune condition problem, which is a thyroid, that is different, that is not your immune related, is an autoimmune condition. So if you have got some glandular swelling, that's not inflammation of the thyroid, of the glands. Is a thyroid infection, inflammation of the gland. So that needs to be looked at in a different way. Rheumatoid diabetes 1 and 2, when people have flus and colds, they need to quickly attend and seek advice, because their blood sugars can vary very quickly. And especially with when children are born, young children are born. I remember being so vigilant with the diet of the kids and not giving them sugar, that they did not have antibiotics for many years. In fact, my youngest kid tasted his first sweet or something sweet at the age of 5, and he didn't like it, and till today he still doesn't like sweet stuff.
Because जिस तरीके नाल ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ brought up ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, we know what was the best for them. ਬੱਚੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਡਿਸਾਈਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਜੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ.
Exactly.
So that's the reason he maybe didn't like it after 5 years.
Even that was at a birthday party. So with all these parties, children are subjected to all the fizzy drinks and the orange drinks, and young kids to energy drinks which are so high in sugar and in caffeinated or in high in coffee, which we need to be very mindful that our children are very tender. They may look like healthy, but they are subjected to these kind of foods without their knowledge. Then they would react to it at some time.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਜੀ, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਲੈ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾਰੀ ਰੱਖਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ, ਤੇ ਕਾਲਰਸ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੰਬਰ 01753531016 ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਪਰ ਲੈਣੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ.
This program is sponsored by the Vitality and Rejuvenation Clinic, IVA SL09DB. Call Manjit Kaur on 01753 651 475 or 07988 637 295. Email Manjit at manjitkaur51@yahoo.co.uk.
ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਥੱਕਿਆ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਰਦ ਵੀ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਾਣ ਪੀਣ ਤੋਂ ਜੁੜੀ ਤਕਲੀਫਾਂ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ? ਚਿਹਰੇ ਤੇ ਰੌਣਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਤੇ weight ਵੀ ਵੱਧਦਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ? ਅੱਜਕੱਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਉਦਾਸ ਵੀ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ? ਹੁਣ ਕਰੋ ਆ ਸਾਰੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ, ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਆਓ ਵਾਈਟੈਲਿਟੀ ਐਂਡ ਰਿਜੂਵਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਲੀਨਿਕ ਤੇ। ਸਿਹਤ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਤਕਲੀਫਾਂ ਲਈ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰੋ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਨੂੰ। ਸਾਡੇ ਵਨ ਸਟਾਪ ਕਲੀਨਿਕ ਤੇ ਆਯੁਰਵੇਦਾ, ਕੋਲੋਨ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨਸ, ਐਕਿਊਪੰਕਚਰ, ਬੈਲੈਂਸ ਡਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਬੈਲੈਂਸ ਨਿਊਟ੍ਰੀਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਉਪਚਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਡਾਇਬੀਟੀਜ਼, ਕੋਲੇਸਟ੍ਰੋਲ, BP, ਜੁਆਇੰਟ ਏਕਸ, ਇੰਕਰੀਜ਼ਿੰਗ weight ਐਂਡ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਵਰਗੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਰਾਹਤ ਪਾਓ। ਸਰਟੀਫਾਈਡ ਹੋਲਿਸਟਿਕ ਐਂਡ ਨੈਚੁਰੋਪੈਥੀ ਐਕਸਪਰਟ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ। ਵਾਈਟੈਲਿਟੀ ਐਂਡ ਰਿਜੂਵਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਲੀਨਿਕ, ਕਾਲ ਅਸ ਔਨ 07988637295.
A police officer.
Someone who protects the people.
Protects the vulnerable.
Focused on doing the right thing.
Building trust in your community.
Representing one.
Representing all.
Someone who is there in times of uncertainty.
Every day is different.
As a police officer,
you can make an impact.
Now's the time to make your difference. Become one of the 20,000 new officers. Search Join the Police.
I don't think they're ready for this one.
Asian Star 101.6 FM. Online and streaming worldwide at asianstar1016.co.uk and on 101.6 FM. The Asian Star revolution has started and you're part of it.
This program is sponsored by the Vitality and Rejuvenation Clinic, IVA SL09DB. Call Manjit Kaur on 01753 651 475 or 07988 637 295. Email Manjit at manjitkaur51@yahoo.co.uk.
once again ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਸਟਾਰ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਤੇ। ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਟੂਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਹੈਲਥ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਉਹ ਇਮਿਊਨ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਹੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਐਡਵਾਈਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੈਗੇ 01753531016 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੇ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਜੀ ਦਾ। Manjeet ji, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ welcome.
Thank you so much. So I communicate a lot in English because a lot of my programs of these ones go to various platforms.
Okay,
and then suddenly my English viewers say, oh, I don't know what they're talking, and they get switched off. But then here they can always call and I will respond in English as well and Punjabi. So immune system fights against infections with layered defenses, creating barriers. It will create like a roadblock, that you can't go further.
Right.
That's how amazing the system is. We never appreciate how deep it is. And these viruses then cannot enter the human cells and tissues. But when the human cells are not properly shaped and they are sticky, or they are not properly combined, or you don't have good antioxidants and your cells are coagulating together, then they would pass through those defense mechanisms, like, bypass them and spread further.
Oh my God.
So it's such an amazing process. It's like you've got a road which says dead end, but then you try to move that barrier to move out into the other side of the road.
That's how they can spread.
That's how they spread. Yeah. So that's how revengeful these cells can be when they attack the body. So this is where my immune program comes in. We give in some superfoods. We work in with the dry cough. Then we work with mucus forming cough. Then we work with deep infections. Then we have drops even for children's dry cough. But don't rush out to look at very sugar coated stuff, because all the dry cough remedies out there are so high in sugar. You might have noticed,
Yes, exactly.
They are very sweet.
Sugary, yeah.
So be mindful of that. The body has got its own program of memory. It can store that memory. So once somebody's got an infection, it can store that memory that you've had that infection before. And then there is an immune system in your body already created for that infection not to get worse. Just imagine. It is like a camera photo image it will take. And know that you've had an immune problem before. But when it's weak and when your body cannot cope with that onward, then it's bound to spread and leak out, like I said. And this is where the memory of that pathogen is remembered by the signature antigene. You might have heard a lot about antigene now in this, pandemic wave. What is an antigene and why they're doing an antigene program. And that is a memory it can carry. Imagine. Yeah. And the ability for this amount of forces that react and maintain the body is the memory in the cells it carries. Imagine, So we think cells are just a little microscopic, with the 50 trillion cells in our body.
Wow.
Then each cell has got to be happy and connecting with the other cell in a very happy medium. And when it drops down, it can lead on to sinuses, headaches, and those tight headaches can lead on to migraines. Migraines can lead on to people vomiting or having to go
other
into
problems,
or allergies to foods is a trigger of and stress as well. But stress seems to be the biggest factor when it comes to immune
that's
system.
what I was about to ask. Stress, I have heard, stress is the major cause for lots of problems in our life.
Exactly.
That's the key reason, or that's the major reason for loss of problem.
Exactly. You're so right. Thank you for bringing that up. What happens with stress is it reduces our adrenaline, which is the healthy adrenaline, and it goes into an overdrive mode, which is the unhealthy adrenaline. And that adrenaline then loses its function to cope with stress. And the factors that help us to cope with stress will not function, and that will trigger off anxiety, palpitation, feeling stressed, feeling distressed, getting panicky, in little situations.
And fatigue is just the
eventually they
thing,
would, and eventually they would feel fatigued and tired because of the stress. And when they are low on some vitamins, we won't name anyone because we need to know what they are already having. So when they are low on some vitamins and minerals, then even the stress factors can go very high and extremely high. The good adrenaline is when you're exercising. That is a happy adrenaline. When you're walking with nature, you're connecting and you're happy, because the nature brings so much joy. And as people have been kept indoors for 3 months, they begin to realize and appreciate, oh my God, the birds are singing, the sky is clear. Oh my God, the sun is out. Oh my God, there's another new bird in this season, They were all there before. But we were so not vigilant and not seeing ke Rab ne Kudrat ne कितनी beautiful ਸਾਨੂੰ ਧਰਤੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ, and we neglect that. And what we've done is just created so much environmental pollution. Some rare animals which were known to be extinct are seem to be coming out from their habitat,
and they want to enjoy the even environment as well.
Yes,
you can
suddenly
see
it's
in
quiet.
in the summer lots of birds come out from their nest.
Yes.
But in the winter they just tuck themselves in the nest. They don't want to come out. So
No.
weather is another effect which makes people feel actually lifted.
Yeah. Let me correct you there. Birds don't tuck into the nest. Birds fly to other zones of the world where their weather is.
But you don't
going to
see
be-
many actually flying around in
because
the winter.
they go to other places where it's warmer.
Oh.
Yeah, birds actually fly to other places
Right.
where it's warmer. They go into this thermal blanket, and they can be flying as far as Russia.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And they're seen to the same bird that you may have tagged in UK would be seen thousands of miles away. That's the
Wow.
amazing information that birds can carry, that with seasonal changes, other than animals that go into kind of like squirrels, and other animals that can go into their dig their holes and go into the climate change and hibernate. But birds don't hibernate. Birds fly out to other cities and countries of the world where the weather is going to be suitable. Yeah, but the amazing thing is how these memory cells carry information, and when they carry this information, we can then take longer to recover, because your body is still not fought the last infection. So sometimes you can get a repeat flu and cold. So right now, a lot of people will be suffering with hay fever because their body doesn't make enough histozyme or histidine. Then we work with homeopathic. We work with our own product of hay fever in Ayurveda range, and give them something to support their nasal symptoms, or their cough, or their dry throat, or itchy eyes. There's various remedies that we have that we can give them. Lymphocytes and B cells and T cells are major types of cells that can be actually affected in the stem cell in the bone marrow, which fight our immune system. And that could be with the people who have or leading on to cancers, or have got different forms of infections, maybe in the spine, maybe in the blood. Here the lymphocytes won't fight back, and the T cells are cell mediated responses, and then they are killer cells that are, and helper cells, T cells, that go and help the body to go and fight. It's like you're having something in your body to fight that immune system problem. Constipation plays a big part with immune system. So when people are constipated or not having regular bowel movements, that's the mother of all diseases. Yeah, so we have also already started colon hydrotherapy this week. So for colon cleansing, we got special offers. You must call and take this opportunity to do a summer detox and help you to lose abdominal weight as well. And up to 2 to 3 bowel movements are very important in the day, because lots of having constipation or stagnated bowel movement can build up toxins and poisons in the body. Yeah. And 2/3 of the waste is dead cells, so we need to get rid of them on a regular basis. Yeah. The human system is so beautifully plumbed from head to toe. We never appreciate it.
Yes, yeah. We don't realize that everything is, when we born in this world, when we came in this world, so we were perfect that time. Time to time we just give ourselves wrong food, wrong things, and we just lost in this world in a really bad way. So we just forgot ourselves. We need to be selfish as well. We need to look after, and these things very important.
Yeah, like our forefathers did not have these issues, because one, their food was simple. Number two, sugar and salt were not big things. And if it was sugar, it was all natural, sugarcane juice, or the very first, which is shakkar, extracted from after heating the sugarcane juice. But here comes in the white sugar and so many other sugars and additives and colorants and thickeners and guar gums, and those don't help. And the reflex points on the base of the feet reflect onto the colon. So whenever there's any issues, it matches in the colon area as well. So it's like a relay center from head to toe. Your immune system is so beautifully balanced. Wherever it will see a problem, it will try to clear that off. If not, then some other organs and some other cells in the body will go and fight that off to roll out that infection. है ना?
Yes.
Again, there are various things you can do for your immune system is massaging the webs of your hands. I do regular meditation and yoga class every morning live on Facebook, where I'm guiding my patients into Reiki healing and helping them to have a very good, strong immune system as well. But that's also through the meditation they do with me. And it's amazing how people have felt with their sinuses and working with the drainage in the armpit area, less ankle fluid, and better feeling when they're walking. They are not feeling that heaviness on the legs. So all these things reflect a lot. Hai na? Your colon is like your first AA relay center. That's from where everything triggers off. So if you're constipated and not getting rid of regular waste matter, it's going to congest there, sit there for hours or end or a day or two extra.
Oh my God.
And that's not going to help your immune system. It'll directly drop down your cell count very fast.
So this will affect immune system as well if you have a constipation.
Yes. In time, people will notice that they're getting regular flus and colds. They have regular headaches. They are regularly tired. Seasonal symptoms come and go very quickly. Yeah. It's the whole thing is the balance of these organs. Detoxification of organs is so important, and that can only happen when the colon cleanses and gets rid of toxic waste. But body brushing is also very important. So when you're showering, take a gentle brush and brush upwards always, and that can help with the lymphatic drainage and help with the immune system. And also when you're working with gentle hand massage, there's so many points that you might just accidentally press that will help your immune system. Hai na? So right now, obviously, I'm not doing those points right now over the show, but it's important to do that drainage. And then there are superfoods that we need to look at that can help you. I mean, traditionally, there is haldi that is very good. There is lemon. And we'll talk about that through the last part of the show, how important these are and how this balance of body salts and electrolytes is so important. The glucose and the salt balances are so important. If you can imagine that when a person has a very bad flu or a cold or asthmatic, the first thing they would do is check the chest out. And if you are looking low or pale, then straight away the one is put on a drip. That is to optimize your electrolytes, body salts, so your body can start recovering on a cellular level. But again, we need to look at the foods that affect this immune system. And we are in 4 seasons in this country. So in the 4 seasons, our food should vary. Not having damp foods in the cold days and not having too many sugars in the cold days, and not even in the summer as much as people are. Having good essential fats in cooking, trying to avoid teas and coffees are important as well, because these can affect your immune system, keeping them to a very small number, because they're acidic, they don't become alkaline. So 1 or 2 cups of coffee are fine, but probably make sure it's black rather than white. A lot of people will make up mucus or have a dropped immune system when they're having cow's milk. Because of the sugar of lactase in the cow's milk, people can't break that up. So they would retain that, and that would then become clumpy in the system, leading on to buildup of mucus. Because their body has not broken up the lactase sugar that converts to acid. And when it converts to acid, it affects us on a cellular level. And tea is most acidic, but people don't stop drinking it, especially desi cha. And try to go for the normal coffee or coffee which is freshly ground, because the other coffee, if you're going for decaffeinated, does have sulfur deposits left in it in the decaffeination process. So if you're trying to avoid one thing, you're getting some sort of toxin from the other.
Exactly.
So
you can't, it's very difficult to avoid everything like tea, coffee, because people are so used to, they need either coffee or tea. And some people don't even drink.
I don't drink tea or coffee.
Some people do.
I opt out for herb teas or more juices. Yeah. So tea and coffee has been out of my, well, tea never. Coffee was very early in the times when we came to this country. The temperature was a big shock, you know?
Yeah.
And that's when I actually started taking coffee and realized it wasn't good. And it was hard to get off, in the sense when I did it overnight,
Yeah.
I ended up having cramps, you know, and hallucinations. So I realized, oh my God, caffeine can be so bad.
Yes.
And that was like an addiction I had to get rid of, you know. We also do lymphatic massages in the clinic to help with the immune system. So there is Ayurveda massages that we do. I've written my book, which is the Health Haven book. This is a book that's on Amazon as a hit #1 and still is. And it's been the bestseller for helping you to understand how to support your body on the nutritional, with your mindset, with the sleep, with the sustenance and the supplements, although we don't give those away in the book, because each one patient will be given something that will cater for their health. Hai na? So lymphatic massages of Ayurveda that we do in the clinic are really good to help drain. But then the acupuncturing points and the acupuncture that I do in the clinic also is very, very effective for the immune system. Hai na? That can help. If you have excess weight, then Ayurveda massages, lymphatic massages are very, very good as well. Yeah.
जी बिल्कुल तुसी you are giving really such a good information which is really helpful and I'm hoping the listeners are listening and some sort of information they are taking from you is going to be useful for them. So now is a time for a break, Manjit, and we are taking a break, and after the break we will continue.
This program is sponsored by the Vitality and Rejuvenation Clinic, IVA SL09DB. Call Manjit Kaur on 01753 651 475 or 07988 637 295. Email Manjit at manjitkaur51@yahoo.co.uk. Have you downloaded the Asian Star Radio free mobile app yet? Listening to Asian Star has become even simpler and more convenient. Our latest app lets you listen to Asian Star Radio on your Android or iPhone anytime. It's free and easy to download. Search on iPhone App Store or Play Store for Asian Star Radio and download for free. And you can access Asian Star's social media platforms via the app too. Listen at home, in your car, abroad, or whilst you're travelling. The Asian Star Radio app is a great new way of listening to your favourite radio station. Asian Star Radio free mobile app, making life easier for our listeners.
तुम्हारी नाजुक कलाइयों में मैं भी पहना दूं कुछ नए ख्वाब। भाभी सिर्फ ख्वाब ही पहनाना, मैं तो खूब सजाऊंगी। कानों में झुमके, हाथों में कंगन, गले में नौलखा हार। मुझे कुछ ऐसा चाहिए जो बाकी सारी ब्राइड से अलग हो। लेटेस्ट डिजाइन वाली 22 कैरेट गोल्ड, कुंदन, पोल्की और एंटीक। कहाँ से बनवाएं? श्री गणेश ज्वेलर्स, स्पेशलिस्ट इन 22 कैरेट गोल्ड ज्वेलरी। They also trade old gold for new, repairs and valuations. यहाँ पर VAT free gold bars भी अवेलेबल हैं इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए।
Sri Ganesh Jewelers, Berkshire's largest showroom, off Whitby Road near Ramgarhia Gurudwara, with our one and only branch at 6 Woodland Avenue, Slough. Parking available. Open 7 days a week. Visit us for any occasion. Call 01753 518 777.
This is a message from the government about the next stage of controlling coronavirus with NHS Test and Trace. To protect your friends and family, testing and tracing must become a new way of life. If you have symptoms, you need to get a test immediately. Don't leave home for any other reason. If you test positive, we will contact you to trace people who you might have infected. From now on, if you're told you've been exposed to an infected person, you must self-isolate for 14 days. Play your part and do the right thing, so we can safely return to a more normal life. Go to nhs.uk or call 119. Stay alert, control the virus, save lives.
This program is sponsored by the Vitality and Rejuvenation Clinic, IVA SL09DB. Call Manjit Kaur on 01753 651 475 or 07988 637 295. Email Manjit at manjitkaur51@yahoo.co.uk.
Once again, welcome on Asian Star Radio, and you are listening Asian Star Radio on FM, online or on mobile या फिर DAB Plus ते सुन रहे हो ते मंजी जी स्टूडियो दे विच ने. If you wanted to ask any question your health के बारे में और anything health related you can ask her and you can take advice from her. And number is 01753531016. And Manjeet ji,
Thank you so much. Yeah. My clinic number for appointments is 07988637295. I repeat, 07988637295. So in the clinic, we do work for diabetics, blood pressure, cholesterol. Colitis is one of my very successful treatments. Fertility, or infertility is we've had some remarkable news. So we've this year come to June, I've managed to successfully have 5 mothers deliver.
Wow.
Yeah, and the 6th one news is on anytime.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
and
great.
these are mothers in USA, Canada, and in UK as well. Yeah, so it's been an amazing year, and working with 2 other mothers, getting them into the protocol to be able to safely fall pregnant, but
Wow.
also deliver full term, because
Okay.
most of these mothers couldn't. They were having up to 4 to even 10 miscarriages. One of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That must be something wrong. Like as you said, immune system is a very important part, in our body.
Yeah.
So if it's strong, then obviously we can fight
Yeah.
against any kind of
Yeah.
infections, anything like that.
Yeah, although pregnancy is not related with the immune system, there's more to do with the uterus and the womb and preparing that. So the full term pregnancy is successful, but also getting them to the stage of pregnancy is quite an emotional journey. But nothing like what they have to do with IVF treatments, no?
Right.
And then I'm also certified as a practitioner in acupuncture. We work with all sorts of issues about diabetes, cholesterol, blood pressure, weight loss, and then also to work with children's immune system, asthma, and we've already mentioned about infertility. Where we've been very successful, fatigue, allergies, hormone imbalances, toxic overload, and the NAS scan I do is absolutely fantastic. It gives me information of what the blueprint is in your body,
Right.
and whatever you're lacking, the specific drops are given. They're only 30 mils to correct that field, and it just starts shifting, and you're on the road to recovery. Amazing. So foods which are bad for you in this program, last part of the program, as you'll get used to my shows, we talk about the bad foods.
Right. Okay.
But those often, sometimes, people are having them for a long time and say, "Mainu ta kuch nahi hoya," but your body one day will crash out and not respond well to that. Huh?
Yes.
So avoiding sugars completely is very important, because the body's immune system is dropped down by 70% when you have sugar.
Okay.
And that's when the white cells have to quickly fight and create more healthy cells. And that can take anything up to 3 to 4 days to make healthy cells before. And then you're having more sugar every day. So if you're having this every day, imagine how low your white cell count is going to be.
Right.
So you become mindful of that, and then avoiding too much salt. If you are having salt, then go for pink salt rather than white salt.
There are good salts in the market. I've heard 13, 14 type of salt in the market available, but some of them obviously good, but table salt definitely not good.
I don't know about 13 or 14. We
I've
must not
heard,
mislead our listeners, but there is
No,
white salt.
I was reading about the salt one day,
Okay.
and because I was thinking to change habit to take a pink salt rather than white salt, that's why I was doing some homework on that. So
Okay.
probably
Yeah,
more than
but
one
the,
salt.
that's the pink salt has got all the balance, which over thousands of years it's collected in these mountains, and then those are actually extracted by breaking those salts and into either into smaller cubes or into crystal. So pink salt, yeah, that's really good. White salt, we need to avoid it as much because it's a heavy load on the kidneys. Having good quality water is very important. So have good clean water, that's important. Try to go more for gluten-free stuff because it doesn't make mucus or build up mucus.
Okay.
Yeah, and children often are not breaking up the lactulose in milk. There are other options like almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk, hemp milk, So
And what about soya milk?
that's fine as well. Yeah. If you're not drinking more than a liter for men, if you drink anything more than a liter, then you need to become mindful, because for men it can lead on to prostate issues. No? So become mindful of that. I'm here just to give advice, yet we give more guidance when patients call and make a one-to-one appointment.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And then there are other flours. So if some people have allergies to wheat, or they make a lot of mucus with wheat or bread as well, then try to go for gluten-free bread, rice bread. There's so many other breads. There's soya bread. And then there is a whole seed, which is all seeds mixed with other tapio flours.
Whole meal seeded.
Yeah, avoiding the whole meal flour. There are so many other breads available in the market.
Right.
But again, we give those advices when they come one-to-one. Hai na?
Yeah.
Chocolate world is the most shocking and the most the most addictive world part of food in the world. So try to go more for 80% plus dark chocolate, and avoiding sugar that is very high in these other chocolates, which are normal packed and easy to buy from stores. So there's only about 10 or 20% of cocoa. The rest is sugar, milk solids, and other different kinds of ingredients are added to bulk up. So go for the good chocolate. Hana? Lifestyle is very important. That means walking, body massaging, we've spoken. Speed walking is important. Exercise helps. Keeping your temper and gussa low, because that's important. Adrenaline rush, obviously we've spoken about that. That also affects our immune system. And having at least about 2 to 2.5 liters of water, and things like sugar loaded drinks or orange drinks which have got tartrazine colorants, that need to be avoided, especially. And look out for diet things. Anything that says it's diet or sugar free, you need to become careful of what kind of sugar there is. And hydrate yourself properly. There is very good haldi, there's very good manuka honey, very good lemon. But also I wrote a book on agave and agave sugar, which is very good sugar. Yeah. You still have time.
We are going to, is 12:50 Banjit?
No. And then look at other juices as well, healthy juices, which I can give information to you now. So that would be 2 carrots, 2 celery sticks, a handful of spinach, and 3 florets of broccoli with ginger is very important. And try to put in either sweet potato. Ever taken out juice of a sweet potato?
Right.
It's amazing. And maybe a bit of raw haldi. So about a 1/2 inch raw haldi, and drink that. But to keep yourself alkalized as well, you need to go in at least for soda bicarbonate in the morning, and about to keep yourself alkaline, or juice of a lemon. If you think you can have lemon, then it's very good to consume, at least extract the juice of that lemon and put it in a glass of water and drink it. Hana? For diabetics, the juices can be different for the immune system, but they need to really take control and have a bit of juice of a Karela.
Right.
Yeah, which is called the bitter melon.
Someone mentioned earlier,
Yeah, that's very important. And lots more green juices rather than the sugar juices as well. And avoid sugar, because that's really affects the blood sugars. Sprouted lentils are very good because they're high in protein and they don't give you mucus. When you keep reheating the lentils or dal, once it's made in the morning, you reheat it again, it becomes starchy, and that can lead on to build of mucus and fluctuance and gas. A lot of people will find that when they have stale dal, they build up a lot of wind. That's because it's become starchy, and the lactulose release in there has now caused in the starch release inside the cellulose of the dal has caused them bloatedness. But making sure you have a very good immune system, avoiding deep fried foods as much as possible, and using good essential fats and good fats and olive oil in your diet, or just put it on a toasted, good brand of toasted bread. That would be very good. And when we spoke about teas and coffees, you need to reduce those as much as you can and go for healthy teas or homemade saunf, juan, those are fennel teas, ginger tea, turmeric. You can grind that fresh turmeric, just grate it, put it in hot water, put in lemon and a bit of manuka honey, and you've got a homemade herbal tea, rather than looking for all those. Pomegranate is very good for your immune system, but also for circulation. And then beetroot for those who are very vegetarian or extreme pure vegetarian, then having a bit of beetroot at least 3 times a week to increase your red corpuscle count. And garlic in food, we kill it, so try not to kill the garlic and overcook it too much. Because that can affect, that means that the properties in the garlic, which are our immune fighting properties, can be destroyed and burnt to zero.
Right.
And then going for vegetables, steaming them, and probably go for a big portion of salads more in this season. Especially try to create more salads in the summer.
Right.
We tend to like them as well because of the weather, and in the winter people like soups, but make soups as well, mung soup dal with a bit of
homemade, and it's really, lentils are healthy.
Yeah, they are healthy when they are heated only for the first time, and then don't reheat and keep reheating those, because this can sometimes give you discomfort. And then lots of warm water throughout in the day, at least 2.5 liters is very important. And detoxifying yourself with doing body brushing is what I suggested in the beginning. But my clinic number for all these appointments for any of your immune problems is 079 886 37295. I repeat, it's 079 886 37295. So every morning we are also doing Reiki and also meditation. So people can connect at 9 o'clock on my Facebook Live and notice the difference they will feel. But for appointments, it doesn't replace medicine, but it helps to create a balance.
Right.
And you feel more at peace and shanti. And nothing can beat that, because when you're relaxed, then there's less adrenaline rush and your immune system is not fighting. So nutrition plays a big part in my clinic. All the patients leave with a very healthy suggestions of diet, food and nutrition. And also if they are stressed, we work straight away with anti-stress and anti-anxiety remedies are absolutely fantastic. Really, really work good. You see them the second time they come, their shoulders are dropped and they're just more relaxed. So always give yourself time to recover, because these conditions didn't happen overnight. So just don't expect in 2 weeks or 1 day to get better. You need to let alternative medicine to work on a deeper level, and that works with all the balance of food, mindset and exercise, and being mindful of what you're eating and drinking as well. And then all the therapies that are suggested in my program are to be catered for the symptoms that the patients may have. So again, let me give you the clinic number is 079 886 37295. I repeat, it's 079 886 37295, and we'll bring an amazing program again next week. And I hope that this program has helped my viewers and listeners a lot. We'll be putting this on Facebook as well for them to follow up. And juicing and having plenty of fruits. I've given people on Facebook a challenge, a 7-day challenge of fruit breakfast.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. So I hope that you will take that challenge and post the amazing fruits that you're having in the morning on an empty stomach.
Yes, that will help their self and other people, because they are experimenting those, so they can tell people how it was, and this is very important.
Any good food is not an experiment. All good foods are there. All goods are
good
there
for your body.
They're there to nurture. So if you're having apple one day and say, I've experimented this, it hasn't worked. It doesn't work like that. The apple like the saying is, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but have it regular and try to go more for organic range.
Thank you very much, Manjeet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And AC Sade Manjeet, and